All right. Good day, all. This is going to be our last lecture. Um, this is week 11, 12, 13. You guys have a project next week. Obviously, you guys know. Let's get into it. Okay, so we're talking about marketing channels. So what are marketing channels? So the primary purpose of any channel of distribution gap is to bridge the gap between producer and a product's user. Okay, so basically a producer of a product and its user. Okay, so that's all a marketing channel is, and we'll get more into it. So a channel of distribution is defined as the most efficient and effective way to place a product into the hands of the customer. Okay, so basically, you're a client, you're a manufacturer of whatever it is, cell phones, and what marketing channels are you using? So how are you getting this phone into the hands of the consumers? Okay, how are you gonna make them buy it? Channel is composed of different institutions that facilitate the transaction and physical exchange. Institutions and channels fall into three categories: producer of the product, the user of the product, and certain middlemen at the wholesale or retail level. So a channel performs three important functions. Not all channel members perform the same function. The functions are transactional functions, logistical functions, and facilitating functions. Okay, so transactional functions are buying, selling, right? Logistical functions, assembly, storage, transportations. We all know what logistics is. Facilitating functions is post-purchase, right? So it's post-purchase service. So like warranties, taking care of customer support, financing, all that stuff. Okay, those are different channel. Those are three functions of channels. So what are the types of marketing channels? Okay, so I mean, how we said there's different ways to get it to your customer. There's four types of marketing channels, right? So you get direct selling, indirect selling, dual distribution, and reverse channels. Okay, so what's direct selling? Direct selling is the marketing and selling of products directly to consumers away from a fixed retail location. Modern direct selling includes sales made through the party plan, one-on-one demonstrations, personal contact arrangements. The textbook definition is the direct personal presentation, demonstration, and sale of a product. So, for example, let's say that you are in a trade show and there's people walking around and you're doing a demonstration on your new technology. That's called direct selling. You're directly selling somebody. So, indirect selling is basically the opposite of direct selling. So, it's a marketing channel where intermediaries such as wholesalers and retailers are utilized to make a product available to the customer. It's called indirect channel. The most indirect channel you can use, so basically producer, manufacturer, to an agent, to a wholesaler, to a retailer, to a consumer. So it's used when there are many small manufacturers, many small retailers, and an agent is used to help coordinate a large supply of the product. Very, very simple. Dual distribution describes a wide variety of marketing arrangements by which the manufacturer or wholesaler uses more than one channel simultaneously to reach the end user. So you can do, a lot of companies do this, right? They do direct selling and they do indirect selling. Example of dual distribution is business format franchising, where the franchisors license the operation of some of its units to franchisees while simultaneously owning and operating some units themselves. So if you're a franchise, you open up, let's say you you open up a gym, right? And your gym's doing really well. You open up another one. You open up another one. So now you have four locations of your gym, and let's say it's called Silver Fitness. Okay, so you have Silver Fitness, and you have four of them, and now you want to franchise it out. So more people are buying, and they're opening it up on their own. So a dual distribution basically is the same thing where you own four of your own stores, and then you also sell franchises of your stores to other people. So now it's basically dual distribution. Reverse channels. This one goes in the reverse direction and may go from consumer to intermediary to beneficiary. Think of making money from the resale of a product or recycling. So reverse channels are like when people purchase a product and then basically resell it. That's basically what reverse channels is. Okay, what are some of the biggest retailers in the world? So some of the biggest retailers in the world, like you guys already know, Walmart, Amazon, Costco, Walgreens, Home Depot, Target. Those are some of the biggest retailers in the world. What are some of the six modes of transportation around the world, right? There's six modes of transportation that are used right now to transport things around the world. They're missing one, actually. But uh, okay, so there's road transport, right? Obviously, we know road transport, trucks and stuff. Maritime transport means sea transport, so ships and all that. Air transport, planes. Rail transport, you use rail cars. Intermodal transport uses a variety of different modes. And then pipeline gets oil and gas transported in pipelines, like how Alberta has a pipeline going all the way down, right, into the U.S. That's a pipeline, right? So that's one of the modes of transportation. Intermodal transport happens a lot in industries, right? So for us, for example, um, if a company comes, so we use our pipelines to send oil to our service to our port. From there, the port puts it onto a ship. Then the ship goes down to it goes to the other country, and then that country offloads it all in rail cars. Those rail cars go deep into the middle of the country, right? Like a place where the ship cannot reach. Rail cars go in there. Then from there, from the from the rail yard, trucks come in and trucks get filled up in those with that oil, and then they go directly into where the rail cars can't go, which is the city streets and all that stuff to deliver to clients. So that's basically how it works, intermodal transport. Um, Another mode of transportation. Now that space is becoming such a big space exploration is becoming such a big thing now, and a lot of money is being invested into space transportation. Sending satellites, bringing back equipment from up there, um, sending supplies, all that stuff. So there's also aerospace, right? That's another mode of transportation around the world. So what's global advertising? The use of advertising appeals, messages, art, copy, photograph, stories, and video and film segments on a global scale. So basically, you're marketing, you're advertising on a global scale. Ways to advertise globally. Okay. Leverage the power of storytelling. Stories sell products. So, for example, Good Life Gym. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of Good Life. Good Life was built based off of a story, and the story was the guy who built it. His son had or his son, or one of his kids had some sort of disease, like um, some sort of um, some sort of disease, right? Some mental disease. I can't remember what it was. So basically, what he did was, in order to sell his gyms, he would sell that story. He would say, "This is what happened. This is this," and people would feel, they feel something. They want to go to his gym and support him, right? So use local influencers to build product awareness. Guys, foreign countries do this all the time. Japan, China, India, all these guys, they use influencers like Cristiano Ronaldo. They use influencers on Instagram, guys with a lot of, a lot of followers, right, to advertise. So take advantage of advertising both online and offline. Partner with established businesses in your target market, right? Very important. And then do sponsor events, right? So Red Bull does sponsor events all the time. And the best thing about Red Bull, so Red Bull is just a regular energy drink. How did Red Bull become the biggest energy drink in the world? So the way they advertised, what they did was they wanted to build brand awareness. So they took a ton of empty Red Bull cans, like a ton of empty Red Bull cans. Like I'm talking about thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of empty cans, and they placed them in like around cities, like garbages, like and stuff like that, like just around the garbage cans and stuff like that. And people would walk around and just see Red Bull, Red Bull. Why is Red Bull everywhere? Why is Red Bull everywhere? So big cities like New York and Chicago and Miami, they would do it in these places. So it started building a brand awareness. So now when people walked into the store, they said, "Oh, that's Red Bull. We know Red Bull." So that was one of the ways. That's how Red Bull created such a big market share. They started getting so much money, and and then all they do now is they do sponsor events, right? They sponsor and sponsor and sponsor. It's crazy. So, what are some top companies in global advertising? Like I said, right? Red Bull, right? They're amazing in global advertising. Airbnb, Domino's, Nike. McDonald's, Coca-Cola, Spotify, these are all companies that you guys know. Sales promotion. So what's a sales promotion? It's any undertaking by an organization designed to increase sales or encourage the use or trial of a product or service. So sales promotion basically, for example, I have to get some new tires, okay? So I have to get some winter tires for my car, for my new SUV. So I went out, I was looking around, stuff like that. I was trying to find the best one, and I found the Michelin X Ice. And the Michelin X Ice, they gave you a $70 rebate, okay? So if you buy the product, if you buy their product, you can fill out a form online and they'll mail you $70 back. So you save $70. And on top of that, they have they're a very good tire. They're probably the best tire you can buy, winter tire you can buy. So basically, that's a sales promotion, right? They're giving you an incentive to purchase. So they take many different forms, but they all focus on persuading a target audience to become customers of a business. Sales promotions can be announced over free channels like social media, email, or your website, or they can be the focal point of your paid advertising campaigns such as LinkedIn, Google Ads. Guys, what you're doing for your project is making an ad. Okay, so you're doing a sales promotional ad for your product. Okay, so this is very important. An effective sales promotion uses imagery, effective copy, and logic to appeal to the needs, values, and emotions of your target audience. Okay, you guys need to sell your product. Use different images. Use proper wording, enticing wording, logic. We're trying to make sense of why people should buy your product, right? And then obviously you have to meet their needs, values, and emotions, right? That's very important. You got to meet all those things in order for someone to want to buy your product. And then you put in a sales promotion, right? You can to incentivize the offer, right? Like, hey, if you buy 5 cases of thing now, you can get like, I don't know, you can get the 6th one free, or buy 5 and get concert tickets. I don't know, something like that. Global promotional strategy is basically the same thing. It's just a promotional strategy when your company presents the same basic message of the brand or product value around the globe. So literally, literally anything that you're doing within your home country, all the marketing, advertising in your home country, you're basically doing the same thing around the world. And lastly, what are 5 global promotional strategies? How do they do it? Okay, word of mouth, right? People talking to each other and all that stuff. Communication, digital marketing, right? Advertising online, all that stuff. Sampling, people can try the product before they buy. If you go to Costco, they have a lot of people sitting around sampling products. Promotional strategies, right? Promotional mix. There are 5 main aspects of promotion: advertising, personal selling, sales promotion, public relations, and direct marketing. Okay, those are all ways that you can promote your product globally. Okay, that is it, guys. Very, very simple, very straightforward. I will be asking you questions online. I will see you in class.